Let's make some super simple push blocks for your joiner just out of some scrap wood you have laying around the shop, so it'll cost you basically nothing. Alright, so I'm going to start with some 1x4 stock, and I'm going to cut mine to about 12 inches long. Make them whatever size you think is best for your application. Now I'm cutting two pieces because I want two push blocks. If my miter saw sounds a little weird to you, it's because of this device, which I'll talk more about in another video. Your push block needs a little stopper at the end, so I'm just using some 1/4 inch thick wood that I happen to have here. Cut a little 1 inch wide piece off of it, and we'll tack that on at the end here. Alright, time to cut out some handles. Again, I'm just using some 1x4 stock that I had laying around. Drew a little handle looking template on it, and I'm cutting it out on the bandsaw. Nothing fancy here. Nothing fancy, it's pretty rough, but we'll clean that up next. Some quick work on the sander, and that takes care of most of the rough edges. Zip it through your router. I happen to have a 1/8 inch roundover bit on it, and it'll make it a little bit smoother. Figure out where you want to put the handle, in this case pretty much the center, measure it, make some marks so you know where it goes, and then we'll mount it permanently. Mark your holes. I'm drilling from the bottom side up, pre-drilling the holes with a countersink bit on there. Plop a little glue on there, just a dab will do ya. Then we're going to turn this over, start our screws so they're poking out a little bit. And let's drill it on in. Just going to set up a clamp to hold it here so I can glue that little stopper 1/4 inch thick piece on there. Pop a clamp on it so it can dry. You're good to go. I had an extra piece of that rubber sticky mat stuff you put in your toolbox. Your tools don't rattle around when you close the drawer, so I'm just using that to put a little grippy pad on the bottom. Cutting it out with a razor knife, and then I'm using some spray glue, stick it on, call it a day. And this is how I'm going to weight it down so it can dry overnight. So here's the old crappy ones that come with the joiner, and here's the new ones I made, which are much nicer. These are garbage, not very sticky. These are pretty darn good for how quick we made them and cost pretty much nothing. Give it a try. It's easy. And I'm sure this is the part where I'm supposed to beg you to like and subscribe and all that, yada yada. Do it if you want, don't if you don't.